This is Eric Mwathe with Mwathe.com. Market's been open for about an hour and a half. This is February 24th, 2021. Earlier, before the market opened, I was recording a video, which should be part 1, where I was talking about Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Since recording that video, they are slightly higher, but the charts remain the same. Now I want to discuss the markets in a way based on what I was seeing from the crypto charts. We can see almost the same thing developing as far as US markets are concerned. Let's begin with the Nasdaq here, which you can see for the week, currently down about 3%. And the market did come and tag a line everybody's watching, which is this price lows line. And we held, I believe, at the lows of yesterday's session. And so traders are rushing into the market after that support there. Right now it is holding. The question becomes how long is this hold gonna be? Because I'll show you there's a probability that actually this market is positioning to break this trend line. But of course, always go with the charts until we break it. It is not broken, right? So go with the charts. Right now, we can say for sure the market found support exactly where it needed to find support. This is the weekly. We'll take a look at the daily next. And the daily also a nice, clearly defined price lows line. Right there. Market came to it, tagged it yesterday, and now finding support. Also happens to double up as an upward sloping 50-day moving average. All this are exactly what the bulls want to see. Market finding support on the trend line and the upward sloping 50-day moving average. I've previously talked about this RSI lows line. And you can see the market is trading exactly on that level for the Nasdaq. So what the bulls want to see here is, from a swing trade perspective, you'd want this market to hold and point higher, setting the stage for potential future breakout. Bears would want to see the market crack below this RSI trend line and see a sharper drop. We can also see there's another line, which is this line here. Now, this blue line is based on my uniformity concept method, which is going back and determining where the market responded with a bullish reaction. In this case, bullish because the market moved above this area here. And we see prices haven't come back to that level. Market's been using this area for support. And so this is a well-established area. Market is back at that line. So the blue and the black line should be offering support or a future break level, depending on how the market wants to go. Now, again, in this video, as a follow-up to the previous video on the cryptos, I want to show you, in my opinion, the market is setting the stage for a pullback. And I'll explain that here in a second. Hence the reason for the video from a swing trade perspective. Right now, we're seeing the market trading at the highs. Dow is essentially trading at all-time highs right now. Now, here's the reason for this video. Take a look at this trend line here. And this is the 2-hourly for the Nasdaq, RSI setting of 26. In the previous video discussing the cryptos, there was a line, a search, a backtest line. In fact, let's take a look at Bitcoin's 4-hourly chart. And the line that I'm discussing here is the line I had drawn earlier, which is this backtest line. Oops, let me draw it this way. So this line had been resistance and continues to be resistance on the 4-hourly. That's Bitcoin. Go back to the Nasdaq chart, because I think all these markets, as I've been stating, are synchronized. And right now they're showing synchronicity based on the smaller time frame. As we can see here on the 2 hourly for the NASDAQ, which means that this could be an area where the market can recapture momentum to the upside by moving above the line. Or if they end up forming the same look as the cryptos, this becomes an area of resistance hour to hour, and we see a move lower. So from a swing trade perspective, I would be looking for either movement above the line or below it. Take a look at the hourly for the NASDAQ. Now again, this is the hourly, so we're going to take the RSI lows line, extend it. And what we see is with yesterday's relatively massive drop in the NASDAQ, I said relatively massive, but it was about 2-3% down. That was the break point. And now we are coming back to test that line. So what the bulls want to see is movement above the blue line for a swing trade, continued recovery higher, or hour to hour. If this is confirmed as resistance, I would say that these markets are more than likely looking to take out the lows for this week, which is at about NASDAQ 13,000. So right now on the 4 hourly and pretty much on all charts, the Dow is trading at all-time highs. But this is why I suspect that this could be a trap for those who are going long. In other words, for the bulls, because even as the Dow is moving to all-time highs, your RSI is not necessarily moving higher. And I think this negative divergence, and the fact that the negative divergence is coming with RSI around 61.8. This to me is a very reliable possibility of a trap. But for this trap to be proper, we need to see evidence of resistance here and the market pointing down on the 4 hourly, suggesting that this is a confirmed negative divergence. If it happens with this resistance here, with the RSI 61.8 rejection, chances are very high that the Dow is setting a trap as it records all-time intraday highs at this very moment, and that the next meaningful direction actually is down. And all it is doing is confusing traders, even though the intention is to process prices to the downside. Now, we can see the S&P 500 in a sense had confirmed this look, where we made all-time highs on the SPX. But this came with declining RSI highs. And actually here we see confirmation of RSI failing to move above the 61.8 threshold. And as I always say in my own research, this is the strongest type of negative divergence. So the Dow could also be setting the stage to do the same thing. And again, my suspicion, my feeling here, based on how the cryptos have responded, how some areas of the market are pulling back, it seems to me that the Dow itself is also setting an elaborate trap, and that actually the next major market direction, especially from a swing trade perspective, is down. For this to be true, we do need to see the market starting to pull down from here. Prices being rejected here. In other words, we need to see confirmation of negative divergence around this RSI, and with the RSI trading below 61.8. This would set the stage for a reversal, and the market will start following the Nasdaq's lead down. By the way, the same thing can be said as far as the Dow transports are concerned. At this very moment, they are trading at all-time highs, and your RSI is also showing the probability of coming back to test the RSI topside. Again, same comments as for the Dow index itself. This is Eric Moore with Mother.com. Love light, light love. Namaste.